welcome to lesson 1, adding whole numbers. I would like you to write down everything that I'm writing down, and your page should match exactly my page. So it says, use the following space to write down what is presented in the video. You may pause, or you may rewatch it as many times as you need to understand. Please then ask your teacher if you're still unsure. So here's some rules for adding whole numbers. And this is going to be a lot about place value too. So even if you think you know how to add, please write down these rules. 1, first rule, line up the place value positions. And we're going to do a reminder on our place value positions. 2, we start actually at the right and we work our way left. So it's kind of like reading backwards. Start with these are the ones. They're called the ones. Okay, they're the ones on the most right-hand side. And then we work to the left. So it's actually opposite of how we read. So place values, we start at the right and we move to the left. And then third and final step, 3 easy steps. Just carry to next place value if it's more than 9. So if you have a 10 or 11 or 12, you have to carry, right? Remember carrying? May have been a while. So let's do some reminders on place value. I'm going to start by putting a decimal. I'm kind of putting it over to the right-hand side because we're not really going to deal with our decimals place values quite yet. We're dealing with whole numbers. And everything that is before the decimal, these are called whole numbers. That little, the hashtag sign, that means numbers. Okay, I'm going to write down all of our place values. I'm actually going to take my page and I'm going to turn it because I'm going to be writing it like this. So take your page and turn it. Okay, so from the decimal, my very first number, if I had a 1 there, these are your ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are your ones. After your ones, you get to the tens, right? 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90. And then once I get after that, then I get to the hundreds. Now, sometimes this is confusing. Sometimes people will then put, after every 3 spots, they'll put a comma, okay? A comma is different than a decimal. Commas are just to help you see numbers really quickly. So if I have a whole bunch of numbers jam-packed together, if I put a comma after every 3 place values, that helps you see it. So a comma is different than a decimal. Commas just help you see them a little easier. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back. And we're going to do, after the hundreds, I have the thousands. And after your thousands, you get 10,000. If this was money, you'd be a lot of money. After your 10,000s, 100,000s. Okay, again, that was now 3, so you have a comma. So you can write the comma, you don't need to write the comma. They're not really important. I just want you to know you might see them, and they're different than the decimals. Okay, after your thousands, you have millions. So those are your place values. It's really important to know and understand who comes after who. So we'll leave that there. Okay, we'll do a practice one. We'll start really easy. Okay, your first example. If I give you something like 27 plus 2. The way that I've written it, I mean, hopefully you can just use your fingers and know that it's 29. But the way that I've written it here makes it really tricky to figure out your place values. So I always recommend writing them like this. I'm going to stack it. So I've lined up my ones and my ones. And now I can just count. 7, 8, 9. So in my ones, I have 9. And in my tens, all I have is a 2. So the answer is 29. This one was pretty easy because we didn't need to carry. But if I just add one more, if I go 27 plus 3, now I'm going to get greater than 9 in my ones. So 7, 8, 9, 10. That's over 9, so I have to carry. So the 0 goes, the 1 must carry. Now I've got 2 and this third one here, so I have to count him. Notice one more, 29 to 30. Perfect. Okay, let's get it harder. Hopefully these are review. Okay, let's give you 5, 2, 3, 7. If I asked you to say this number, pause it, see if you could say this number. Hopefully you got 5,237. We're going to add it to 182. Okay, notice I'm always lining it up with the right hand side. My decimals are at the end of this number, but because I don't have any decimals, I don't need to put them. So they're invisible, but they're at the end of all of our numbers. Okay, so start at the right, work to the left. 7, 8, 9. I always start with a bigger number. 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, that's over 9. So 1 can stay, but 1 also must carry. So the 11 gets broken up like that. Okay, onto my hundreds. 2, 3, and then this fourth one that carried. Onto my thousands. All I have left is 5. All right. You have some paper to work on. You got some practice there, and then you have some IXLs.